Welcome to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Old Man Winter is knocking on our door, and sooner or later he'll be here with his snow and ice. And the city of Cleveland wants you to know that they are ready for him.
We have 71 snow vehicles in our fleet that are up and operational. We have 15 pickup trucks with plows. The pickup trucks are used by the supervisors, and they are used on alleys and small streets where we can't get the larger trucks down. We have 13 road graders that we will bring out when necessary. When we get a heavy snow, we'll bring our road graders out.
When the snow begins to fly, Public Works Director Michael Cox says they currently have 24,000 tons of salt with the capacity to buy 55,000 tons more if needed.
Snow plow operation and the snow removal policy is that we clear all of our main streets first. We have 54 main streets that we clear first. We get into a fair condition before we turn into our residential subsections. We'll turn in those residential subsections after we get fair condition on our mains, and then we have 292 subsections that we clear.
If you are doing air travel during the winter months, Port Control Director Robert Kennedy says his team at Hopkins Airport is ready for the snow.
As we look at it at the airport, we have almost 24 million square feet of pavement that we have to take command and control over. And we have to make sure that our manpower, which we're fully staffed with over 80 people, 80 staff to accommodate our snow clearing requirements. Our materials, we have over $2 million worth set aside for materials such as salt, formate, and so forth that we use on there.
You can watch that full press conference right on our TV20 YouTube page. Well, when flying out of Hopkins, you can now have an easier time checking in your luggage with their brand new baggage system. We spoke with Airport Director Robert Kennedy about the state-of-the-art system.
It is a great enhancement to the guests, the passengers here. It really takes us back to the future. Remember the days when before 9/11 and you take your bag up to the ticket counter or check-in counter, and you would drop your bag off and you'd see it when you picked it up at your destination. Well, since 9/11 here at Cleveland Hopkins, you've had to then take the bag over to TSA screening. Now that's all going to happen behind the scenes like it used to. And so the bags go through this literally a million parts of the new system, and then you will pick it up at your destination. When we take the machines out of the lobby, it's going to be like almost 4,000 additional feet. Those machines, the personnel, the operations area of it, took up that much space. So they're going to have more space, more ticket counter area, check-in counter, and it's going to be a better experience for them.
And for those who have concerns about the new system,
there are a lot of people who don't embrace change, but it's going to be easier for them. It's more effective, faster. It's for the airlines that they're traveling on. There's going to be better accountability and sorting of the baggage, and it's going to be a seamless process with all the units working together.
For more information, visit clevelandairport.com. Veterans of our armed forces who are also employees of United Airlines were honored by United's management team at a special luncheon. United Cleveland General Manager Jonathan Gouda says today is all about serving those who served.
We're very proud. We have 1,200 employees here in Cleveland, and out of those 1,200, over 130 of those are veterans. And in this Veterans Month, we wanted to celebrate and recognize and thank them for their service, both to the country and also to United here in Cleveland.
Mayor Frank Jackson, a veteran of the Vietnam War, was also in attendance at the luncheon. Mayor Jackson reminded the group to think about the veterans who are having a tough time.
Some of us are more fortunate than others. You are employed, you're working with United, you're out here at the airport, we're going to have a great lunch. But there are some of us who are not doing well. So we should never forget them. We should never forget the sacrifice that they've made in order for this country to be what it is in order for us really to have this opportunity that we have as veterans.
Director Kennedy thanked all the veterans for their service.
Today we have the privilege of thanking our veterans for their service and commitment to our country. The freedoms that we enjoy today are the results of the sacrifices of the soldiers, the sailors, the airmen, and the Marines who are serving our country today, some of them in far-off places and in harm's way.
United's veterans were treated to a delicious barbecue meal, complete with appetizer and dessert. Gouda says it was a pleasure to serve them.
We wanted to make sure that our managers who work with these employees every day got the opportunity to serve them, so each manager served one table of veterans.
And thank you again to all of our veterans. Cleveland police officers are usually out and around town protecting and serving, and now they're adding cooking to their list of duties. People gathered at the 5 Point Community Center on East 152nd Street to cook up some delicious food as part of the Kicking It with Cops community effort program. This phase of the program is called Cooking with Cops, in which a full-course meal plus dessert was prepared and cooked to provide dinner to some lucky Cleveland police officers. Cooking with Cops is a community dinner party in which community members and police officers come together to share a meal and connect with one another. Organizers say events like this are vital in community building.
The Cooking with Cops event is a community engagement event where kids, where youth and adults and families will be able to engage with the police and break down those barriers while we'll also break bread over dinner.
We gave an event for kids and the residents in the community to all come together to cook a meal, to kind of interact with one another and get to know one another. That's what the basis of this whole event is about.
The Collinwood and Nottingham Villages Development Corporation, in partnership with St. Clair Superior Development Corporation, sponsored the event. If you would like more information on the Kicking It with Cops program, please call the Department of Community Relations at 216-664-3290. Secure Lending hosted their first annual Senior Family Food Drive at the Inner City Yacht Club on North Marginal Road. Over 300 turkeys and side dishes were given to members of the community from over 50 volunteers from Secure Lending and various local organizations. And they tell us how rewarding it is.
We're really excited to come together as a company to give back to the community that we work in. This will be the first event of this kind, but we are very excited about it, and we know that it won't be the last.
You may see this phrase that says the mortgage revolution. What does that mean? You know, in this day and age of internet, click this, do this, you lose something. You lose the human aspect of what mortgage lending and what consulting and helping folks and service is all about. So this revolution is, in a sense, a throwback to the good old days of where you met with people one-on-one, you sit at the kitchen table, you assist these good folks with their home financing needs, with helping them set goals, because it's about quality of life. We're all looking not only to get more bang for our buck, but also to enhance the quality of our life.
Mayor Jackson was there to meet and greet those in attendance and was treated to some celebratory cake in honor of his recent re-election win.
I am pleased that he took the time to come out today to work with Secure Lending to give away the turkeys for this cause. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor Jackson. Thank you.
Also in attendance was Ward 7 Councilman-elect Bashir Jones.
This is a phenomenal event, feeding hundreds of people. I really want to thank Cleveland Food Bank and thank all of the partners who came together to make this happen. I'm just overjoyed to be here serving our community.
I think that this is what it's about. In terms of being a community, we love to see all the way from someone like the mayor down to the members of the people in the community who are coming out to eat and get the food. We just love to see when acts like this happen.
We'll be right back with more TV20 News.
I wish I was in school. If only I had a math test today. I'll stay at After class, I'll clean the chalkboard. I wish I was in school.
School ends, but free lunches for your kids don't have to. Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/summer meals for help.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
And to follow the swimming rules.
You're always looking out for me and trying to keep me safe.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
Here in the garage.
Closet. Shoebox. Under the bed. Where anyone can get to it. How safe is that?
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Welcome back to TV20 News. The American Lebanese Community Council celebrated Lebanon Day in the rotunda of Cleveland City Hall, along with marking the 74th year of Lebanon's independence. As Father Khalil performed the Lebanese national anthem, hundreds of people who attended the ceremony stood at perfect attention. Afterwards, Mayor Frank Jackson offered his welcoming remarks.
Most of all, I want to thank the Lebanese people, not just for the 74 years of independence, but for the contribution that you've made to Cleveland and the greater Cleveland area. 74 years is what is being recognized today, but the Lebanese culture is much older than that. And so we have a lot to learn from you, and you've contributed a lot. So,
Judge George Corey, president of the North America region of the World Lebanese Cultural Union, gave a very impassioned speech about his country.
Lebanon belongs to the Lebanese. We have a very big heart. We welcome our neighbors in their time of need, but we will not relinquish the land of our ancestors. Not 1 centimeter is going to go away. But it all has to be with all of us working together as a union.
The keynote address was delivered by Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur of Ohio's 9th Congressional District.
As we gather here tonight, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for your efforts in order to keep alive the expression of Lebanon as a nation of free people. You represent the very best in our country. You believe in progress, and you believe in making that progress peacefully.
After the speeches were made and awards were handed out, it was time to celebrate with music, food, and dancing. You can watch the full celebration of Lebanon's independence only right here on TV20. Four-time Grammy nominee and R&B legend was in Cleveland recently to perform and help a civil rights organization celebrate a monumental milestone. R&B legend Jeffrey Osborne packed the house at the Hard Rock Casino in Northfield Park to celebrate the centennial anniversary of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. The ULGC was established in 1917 to respond to the needs of African Americans migrating from the South to urban cities in the North. Now, 100 years later, the Urban League is thriving and still helping people. Jeffrey Osborne was headlining the Urban League's 100th anniversary, and he sat down to talk to TV20 on what the organization means to him.
First of all, it's an honor for me to be singing for their 100th anniversary. I didn't realize that they have been around that long. I know they've been around a while, but I didn't realize it was 100 years. And I've done a lot of things for the urban leagues all over the country, in different cities. So it's beautiful for me to be able to come back and do their 100th. I mean, they've done so much for us over the years. I mean, 100 years, all the services that they provide in the communities. I mean, all the way from, child care services to, you know, getting jobs for people, grants. I mean, I don't think we'd be where we're at right now without an organization like the Urban League.
We'll have more on the Urban League of Greater Cleveland's 100-year anniversary. Plus, we'll hear more from singer Jeffrey Osborne on our next TV20 News. On Thanksgiving Day, a local organization with the goal to give back to members of the community that are less fortunate hosted a charity drive at the new nightclub Medusa and at a men's shelter.
There's so many people that need the resources and need the assistance, and they may not know who directly to talk to. So doing events like this allows them to come in to get the information that they need in order to help them. So what's taking place today is there's hot food, there's blessing bags filled with hats, gloves, scarves, toiletries, hair care products, information about health care services that are available to them, as well as bags of non-perishable food items. I just have a passion to serve and to give back to people, no matter what it is. If I have it, I will give it, because you never know why you're helping somebody, and you also never know when you will be in that person's position. So I just try to be a blessing all the time.
One of the quotes that I personally live by is service is the rent you pay for your time here on earth. I've always been community oriented. Ariana and all of the people who put this event together have done really, really awesome work, really, really hard work. And it's really great to see large groups of people, especially large groups of young people, coming together to give back to the community, and I wanted to be a part of it.
I enjoy giving back to the homeless and the less fortunate. That's something a great passion of mine. I also have my own organization with teens, where I want to show them that it's more to life than just getting what you're supposed to give and give back. So that's why I'm here, to show them that, to give back, the importance of helping those in the community.
Something like this is important for the city of Cleveland because we need to see representation of people giving back. We really need to see representation of young black people giving back to underserved communities. There's this stigma or ideal that millennials specifically are incredibly selfish. And we're here breaking all of those stereotypes and pretty much denouncing all of those negative stigmas that are associated with people our age.
It's just joy to be able to help somebody, and then it always 9 times out of 10 is sometimes you don't never expect it, or people just be like, oh, thank you, thank you, that's a good feeling to hear somebody say thank you. Thank you is always a good feeling.
Are you a parent that's looking for a fun yet educational activity for your kid to enjoy? Well, look no further. The Children's Museum of Cleveland recently cut the ribbon for their brand new location. Here's TV20 reporter Christian Patterson with more.
Yes, Leah, I'm here on Euclid Avenue in Midtown for the grand opening of the Children's Museum of Cleveland.
It's been nearly 2 years since the Children's Museum closed its doors at their University Circle location. And after months of raising funds, renovations, and planning, their new location is ready to go.
Oh my gosh, I feel like a child myself that we are so happy that we are finally opening our doors this Monday, November 6th. And I'm most happy that our youngest learners in the city of Cleveland and Northeast Ohio will have this beautiful museum it is a child's museum.
This brand new Children's Museum will help breathe life into Cleveland's Midtown area, where the Stagger Beckwith home is one of the last mansions on Millionaires Row.
The investment here, I think, will be a positive, but most importantly, as I indicated in my remarks, for Mayor Jackson, it's about the kids. And this is just another opportunity for a high-quality, different style of learning experience for kids in the city of Cleveland, and I think that's where the tremendous impact will be. Our challenge will be is how many of our kids in our city can we get into this place so that they can experience the wonderful exhibits that are on display.
The new museum has a total of 40,000 square feet, which is 4 times the size of the old building, which means they have more space for new exhibits.
Just being able to offer children the different exhibits, the different play experiences, it really gives them a comfortable place where they can write their own stories and create their own adventures. So our key signature exhibit is called Adventure City, and Karen Katz, who's our director of exhibits, combined some of the features of our grocery store and our climber, but then she also added on this construction, this open-ended play theme. And so putting that all together, really the child can create whatever they want to in Adventure City. Our Wonder Lab is a really science exploration with 3 water tables, a scarf shooter, a magnetic gear wall. We've got bubbles. Arts and Parts is our open-ended art studio. Every single time you go in there, it could be a different project. And then upstairs is our Making Miniatures exhibits, and using Kathy Lincoln donated a section of her dollhouses to the Children's Museum. We want her dollhouses to inspire other children to become the makers.
With so much more space to offer, they expect attendance to jump drastically.
This place is amazing. I'm having so much fun here, I could play for hours, and I'm sure you'll have a great time too. Reporting from the Children's Museum of Cleveland, I'm Christian Patterson for TV20. We are Cleveland.
Thanks for watching TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslidge. Up next, we'll have Christian Patterson with the Inside Sports Report. Happy holidays.